met Cheyenne at my old job at the George Ranch Historical Park.
We used to work at George Ranch Historical Park, and we worked together and we were best friends, and then we just ended up dating, and then now we're here. I was a site rental staff. We would do weddings, ironically, and other events.
I worked for site rentals. I helped set up weddings like this and all types of other events. Whenever I actually proposed, it was whenever I was in AIT, and I had got the rings, and I ordered them, and I had my mom put them in a box and put them in my futon, or underneath my futon in my room.
I knew he got me a ring because I helped him pick it out.
And then whenever Cheyenne got there later on that day, I told her that my mom was supposed to mail me off a package and to go up there and make sure that everything was in it.
I was at his house and I was just hanging out with his family, and he called me because he was away. And he was like, "Hey babe, there's a box that I need you to send me. Can you go look in my room for it?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure. What's it look like? Where do I look for it?"
And I named off random stuff like my laser pointer and a few other things.
Weird
and so,
stuff.
Yeah.
He's like, "Well, look around my bed." And I was like, "It's not there." He's like, "Look under it." And so I look under it, and he's like, "Well, make sure everything's in it." And so I look inside and I see the ring box. And I'm like, "Oh my God, I'm not supposed to be seeing this right now." So I close the box and I put it back. And he's like, "No, no, no. Cheyenne, will you marry me?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, of course."
And then she opened it up and she said, "Oh no, it's just a ring." And then that's whenever I asked her. That's when I asked if she would marry me. The thing I find most comforting about her, about Cheyenne, is probably just, the way she makes me feel whenever I'm around her. That, she still gives me butterflies whenever I, come face to face with her and talk to her.
I find most comforting about Tyler that I'm able to talk to him about anything, from clothes to daily issues. I could cry. From daily issues and yeah, just everything. I knew Tyler was the one when, it's a funny story actually, I was hanging out with him in his pasture or whatever, and we were with a bunch of friends, and I stepped in a hole and I cracked my ankle, and the first thing he did was pick me up and take me back. He wrapped my foot and made sure everything was okay.
That was before we were even dating. Yeah, because we were out in my pasture one night and then we decided to go walk around, and she steps in a hole and falls over. We shined the light down on her ankle and it was already swollen up. I was like, oh wow.
It's the size of a baseball.
Yeah, that's not good at all. So I picked her up on my back and carried her over back to where we were at, probably about 50 feet or so.
And basically just took care of me and treated me like no one else has.
Whenever I left for basic, and then I saw her again on Family Day, we were talking about you feel like our we grew a lot stronger together.
You have declared before all gathered that you will live together in marriage. You have made a promise to each other, symbolized by the taking of vows and the exchange of rings. I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss your bride.
I was a quick, wet boy diving too deep for coins. All of your streetlight eyes wide on my plastic toys. And when the cops closed the fair, I cut my long baby hair, stole me a dog-eared map, called for you everywhere. Have I found you, flightless bird, jealous, weeping, or lost you, American mouth, beard pill, looming. Now I'm a fat house cat, nursing my sublime tongue in the cold and clean blood of Christ, mountain stream. Have I found you, flightless bird, grounded, bleeding, or lost you, American mouth, big pill, stuck, going it up and show my buddies like we ain't scared and our boots ain't muddy, but no one laughs, 'cause there ain't nothing funny when a soldier cries. And I just wipe my eyes, I fold it up and put it in my shirt, pick up my gun and get back to work. And it keeps me driving on, waiting on letters from home.
The message I would want to give her 20 years from now would be I hope that you know, our connection is still just as strong, if not stronger, and we're still doing good and hopefully having a family of our own.
I love you like I loved you the first time I told you.
I would like to say thank you to all of my family and friends and Cheyenne's family and friends for being so supportive and helpful and nice.
Thank you to my parents, to Tyler's parents, to my best friend Kitty, and just everyone for supporting me.
What the hell's that yawn?
It's been a long day.